Welcome to a special march to the mountain in these steel toes for the goddess. Full moon special. I got 7 seconds. I got 7 seconds to cross. So I'm gonna take advantage. And 1 second left and watch it because it's very slippery today. And we got ice in certain spots where the city workers go, public workers go, have not came, and gotta be careful. You see there's ice. And so we got lots of ice. I'm just gonna put the backpack strongly on the back. We're gonna go to the mountain end. Dragon Zero gonna turn into that priestess HN and H. Dragon Zero gonna do that conversion, special magic transformation into that priestess of the goddess, and we're gonna go all the way to the top and dance. So be careful here. There's lots of ice, and so we might step on the ice, not to slide. We're gonna go all the way to the top of the mountain, and there's very icy right there, so you can see the ice patch, and gotta be extra careful. Here, of course, it's a little bit better, but it's very icy here and there. There's ice patches, and gotta be careful not to slide. Of course, today is icy. Encouraging my fellow citizens to jog yours truly to the jog, and watch it for those ice patches. See here, the ice. It's like a skating rink, so we gotta know. Be careful not to slide, of course, double prudence. So I slid a bit, but I did not slip. I did not fall, in other words, but corners like this are a bit of a dangerous. Not the other ones, because the other ones were cleared. And of course, there was lots of clearing. Thank you, Public Works. And today for the goddess, march for the goddess, marching for the GODDS special full moon, yours truly. Non-sectarian Thelemik universal spiritual teaching student. We go to the mountain saluting the firefighters, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, grocery store clerks. All involved in the production and the distribution of that food. Gotta press the button, so I gotta get that public hygiene. Encouraging you all to work out, train, exercise, to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, exercising has been, is, and shall be my medicine and therapy of choice. Started filming late today due to the weather condition. It was raining with ice, and I had some work to do, take care of business. Slow emails, no response for business, and I kept on pushing, cleaned a little bit of my room, and took a shower, sent some email for business, cooperation, participation, blah blah blah. And as always, my gratitude, as you can see, part of the trees are of course full of ice. So today we're gonna do a special march to the mountain, but I'm already marched quite a bit. Let's see until here, because I took a special route, which is about 13.3 kilometers. It's about 13.3 kilometers, the route that I took, a little bit of a longer route, because you see I'm barely at the back of the mountain at the top. So I've been on the road marching in steel toes for 1 hour and 26 minutes. I've been on the road marching in steel toes with a lots of rock and roll for the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, 24/7 for the firefighters. 1 hour and 26 minutes. See, 1 hour and 26 minutes. 1 hour and 26 minutes. 1 hour and 26 minutes on the march in these steel toes. We're at the base of the mountain, coming from the south. Going to the top of the mountain. We're gonna dance. Today's special dance workout for the goddess. Forgotten goddess, of course, 24/7, and of course, yours truly gonna go all the way to the top from the south. We're gonna go inside roundabout. Again, gonna say my gratitude. It's my time to pass. I gotta get that pass because it's green, so gotta be careful that I pass properly, because there might be ice patches here and there. It's like a little bit of a skating rink here and there, so just gonna wait for the traffic lights. And I just started the video late because it was kind of raining, so of course this is my work tool, the laptop, and I didn't want to, of course, damage it. Of course it is my work tool, so I did not want to damage my work tool, so I could work now, because I consider this my work. Independent Aspie with amnesia, AA, rah, retrograde amnesia, Asperger's, and Aspie. Artist, athlete, philosopher, jubilant, glanist, and theorist, who's not perfect, far from it, who keeps it. Gratitude, grateful, thankful. Today it is the 25th of January. Grateful, thankful that my rent is paid. Grateful, thankful that my electricity bill is paid for the month of January. Got food and coffee, and got biscuits, and got tea, and got Coffee, rock and roll 24/7 from the lair of the dragon to the mountain, marching and philosophizing rock and roll philosopher 24/7. For the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the grocery store clerks, 26 seconds. Got it for that 22 seconds, and of course we're gonna go roundabout to the mountain. Here it's a bit dangerous to go from there, so we're gonna go from the other side. And again, my gratitude as always as I'm marching now to the top, where we will perform the best dance and the second dance, third dance of 2024 best. Dragon Zero becomes that priestess of the goddess, G-O-D-D-S-S, yes, a goddess full moon special march, celebrating the forgotten goddess, marching in these steel-toed boots, the goddess, special full moon. It is full moon today, so for me, as a mystic, the full moon rites, the first day, second day, and so until Saturday. Today, Thursday, the full moon first day, Friday, second day, and the third day is, of course, Saturday for the Sabbath of the dancing goddess in the Dragon Kingdom. So, the forgotten goddess, look at these trees are but the hairs on the goddess's body. Look at these trees. They are but the hairs on the goddess's body. Look at these trees. They are but the hairs on the goddess's body. These trees are but the hairs, H-A-I-R, on the forgotten goddess's body. As we go to the top, gotta get for what you got. Rock and roll for the full moon. Rock and roll for the moon. For the goddess on the rocks. Rocks, you know we got. Rocks, you know we rainbow doves and the crows and the hawks. And those trees, you know we got. For the rainbow, for the push-ups, for the squats, and for the goddess. For the growing of the empire, which I'm laying the foundations. First and foremost, founding the first empire. The North American Democratic Republic, North Americans Unite, is the song 24/7. This Quebec Canadian North American independent aspie artist, athlete, philosopher, geopolitical analyst, and theorist who died of COVID back in 2020. Nothing that I want to go back to, just live for today, carpe diem, to the fullest with hope for tomorrow. And right here, my home in this life and in the past life, was born right there where in 1904 February I have helped Louis Cyr push horses on a cart. You heard that correctly. In the past life, I've helped Louis Cyr push horses on a cart. It was a February, so he needed some help. It was very strong and played arm wrestle, and for 7 years my right arm was on the strike. So here we go. To the top of that, we go to the mountain. We're gonna rock and roll 24/7 from the lair of the dragon, and we're gonna go rock and roll it to the mountain. We're at the base of the mountain, encouraging you all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. My medicine and therapy of choice is working out, training, and exercising, coming to the mountain. Here, my second home. It's like my second home here, and I always love to come here, the mountain, Mount Royal. In these steel toes, already got about 93 minutes, close to 93 minutes. They're my crows. They're the ones, legions, cheer me on. They say to the mountain, go crows, crows, crows. For the Crowley, with the crows, here we go for the goddess on the full moon go. See, here is not so bad, although there is ice. But it's, I think public workers have passed. I think they passed and cleared and put some salt, so I gotta appreciate that. I gotta be thankful, and I gotta be grateful for, of course, putting the snow, putting the little black rocks and salt and white salt, little white salt, and black rocks, little white salt and black rocks, and for that yours truly can go, of course, up the mountain, even on this stormy day. Another storm coming tonight. 24/7 storm, rain or season, shines, winds, and all season, all terrain. You know that we come to the mountain, and we are grateful, thankful. Rent, paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee today for the goddess. Special march for the goddess and a dance for the goddess. G-O-D-D-S-S, Mother Nature. the forgotten goddess, and whose trees are but the hair on the body, who dances with a brother's son, dances with a brother's son, the goddess dances with a brother's son, and this mystic independent aspie with amnesia double A, in a parallel to another double A artist and athlete, an aspie with amnesia, philosopher, geopolitical analyst and theorist, who rocks and roll for the nurses, for the butchers, for the bakers, for the truckers, for the grocery store clerks, for all involved in the production and the distribution of food. Thank you farmers, thank you farmers, thank you farmers. Thank you nurses, thank you doctors, thank you daycare workers, public workers, all those involved in the production and the distribution of food, and all those who are the cooks, cooking left and right, the cooks in the fast food, all the restaurants, all the food being cooked, the public workers, workers in the public, on those transport, on those buses, on the bus drivers, those grocery store clerks, warehouses, in the warehouses, charging, of course, the warehouse, and of course, getting XYZ, all the nutritious elements which you need to for the maintenance of civilization, brothers and sisters, food security starts with the farmers, and now I feel that I gotta go on the extremes, even though I gotta keep it on the right because I feel the slip and slide. It is slippery. Gotta admit it is slippery, so now I just gotta be careful because I'm not protected and gotta check above. Gotta be careful because of the ice accumulation, because there's an added security risk, and that is, of course, the fact that the branches of the trees might, of course, fall. The branches of the trees might fall, so there's somebody else there, so I hope they're also very careful and slippery in the branches of the trees. And I wasn't hoping to be a lot of people, but I see people. Congratulations to the few who made it to the mountain, and it is my medicine and therapy of choice, thinking about the farmers, thinking about the butchers, the construction workers. They rock and roll building those buildings in steel toes, up in the cranes, putting those nails, taking those measurements, putting in the foundations for the houses, rock and roll for them. They're the one building it. Construction workers on the cranes in steel toe boots. That's what we say, in steel toe boots. Construction workers, they're the one building the houses, salute, the houses. The construction being built now, meditating coast to coast across the collective North American civilization as a pro-labor and love, universal, revolutionary centrist. You know, I'm a pro-labor and love, universal, revolutionary centrist. Pro-labor and love, universal, revolutionary centrist. And marching in these steel toes. Nobody dances in steel toes like the priestess of the goddess Deesse, full moon event special. Encouraging you all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and shall continue to be my medicine and therapy of choice. For the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the construction workers, for all those involved in the production and the distribution of food. Those firefighters. Just someone gotta salute. Saluting the firefighters, ambulance drivers. Somebody got a rock and roll love for that popo. We ain't perfect, nobody is, not even myself included. That rainbow on these steel toes. Androgynous, pansexual, gay, androgynous, pansexual, gay, androgynous. You get that double trouble 2 in 1. That's just one part of me being a philosopher, a dancer. Dancing is my favorite sport, and aspie with amnesia like Asperger's. I might repeat things twice, 3 times. I might say things twice, 3 times. I might, of course, get a little bit and say a little bit, and might repeat things. Might, of course, not only repeat things, but I might, of course, obsess about certain topics. My topics of obsession is and are geopolitics, or the study of geopolitics, civilizational studies, and of course, the sports. Dancing is my favorite sport, and public hygiene. Those are my main obsessions, and I've studies, written hundreds of pages and analysis, geopolitical, and I can discuss for 3 hours, of course, hours and hours, geopolitical events non-stop, because like many Asperger's, people with Aspies, I'm an Aspie myself, so got about 93 of the symptoms, including repetitions and being hyper focused and intense when I march, which is my fitness, when I dance, which is my fitness, sports, dancing is my favorite sport, or boxing, or whatever fitness activity I do. And yeah, it's helped me over the years, get out of depression and being suicidal, and always say that your fitness journey starts today now, your fitness journey commences 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 now. So those who are the ski, encourage you all to skiing is good for you. It's help for the body. And see somebody skiing there, I always like to see skiing, and of course whatever the case may be, and whatever it is, but I see people skiing and sliding, and it always gives me a little bit of joy to see people who ski and who do physical activity and who come to the mountain. Even when it's conditions like this, I'm surprised that there's people. It always brings me happy and joy to see people, and to see people there and sliding. And I see right there if the skating rink seems to be set, and they're having fun, and people are skating. So it's always a good, pleasurable activity, and I always feel good when I see people skating, and when I see people do a little bit of skate. It's always nice, and see all of it, how it's frozen a little bit. It's very frozen. Gotta take a little bit of that photo, man. Wow, it's really fun, and I'm having fun now. The important thing is also your fitness journey, to take it serious. Fitness, I do, perhaps a little bit too much, but it is my medicine and therapy of choice. But also, to have fun. It's super important to have fun. Super important to have fun. So like they're gonna have fun, they're sliding, and of course it's super cool, and gonna get all the way down. And thank you to the public works, thank you public works, of course. So I made sure the terrain is proper, and got the safety, and got the security, and there we go. You can go rock and roll all the way down, man. Come here, slide with us, my American brothers and sisters. Come visit La Belle Province, learn some French. Gonna rock and roll some French translations for you, no problem. As this Canadian Quebecer, Canadian, North American world peace advocate for world peace, I can be a world citizen, and I try my best. So as I advocate for world peace, but fundamentally, of course, I am a Quebecer, North American, Canadian, and having that amnesia, well, I mostly remember this island right here, and always say since I died of COVID 4 years ago that I carpe diem it every day, and I'm going to be carpe diem it every day. And because I died of COVID about February 2020, I was very sickle and diseased at the end of January 2020 till about mid-February, past February 2020, and of course is a 2020, and of course 2020 February, of course, is when I died, when I'm being reborn. For me, it was like death, pestilence, and disease. Like pestilence, death, and disease. It's like death, pestilence, and disease. It was like death, pestilence, and disease. So I'm being reborn now. And gotta give a shout out to those who put up that new platform there, part of the public works, for us, of course, to get instructed. And I know this mountain like my second home, it's like my second home right here. So just gonna make a call of the heart for people when you come here. Please do not pollute, do not leave stuff, like, because we got bunnies, we got flora, we got fauna. So if you come here, make sure you put the stuff in the garbage, and don't leave stuff there. Don't leave stuff there, because it's gonna impede the process of recovery for the flora and the fauna. So you gotta put everything in the garbage if it goes in the garbage, or if it goes in the recycling, it has to go in the recycling. Right, so that's it. That's all rock and roll 24/7, and of course, yours truly right here on the mountain, my second home. Gonna love it. For the butchers, for the bakers, for the nurses, for the doctors, for the grocery store clerks, sing it. Sing it for the butchers and the bakers and the nurses and the firefighters and the train conductors. And the butchers and the nurses and the train conductors and the teachers. And the teachers teaching that plus plus. Teaching that geography, something in teaching yesterday was for the teacher. As always, the welders, the electricians, the plumbers, the carpenters, bakers, butchers, plumbers, carpenters, all general workers, the collective North American civilization who made less than 37,444 or less than 44,000 2023. I myself made less, way less. And I'm grateful my rent's paid, electricity bills paid, got food and coffee. And here I am right here on this special mountain here. And of course, got a carpe diem every day, got a carpe diem every day, got a carpe diem every day. And sometimes you gotta get that drill, you know. And what is money anyways? It is money is to buy, sell. That's why I believe my theory, the DRT is the only way to advance forward at this point in time where we are with the financial situation. The DRT theory I've discussed in the past, and I will continue, of course, to discuss in the future. Maybe now is the opportunity as I march for the goddess, for the God and goddess all the way to the top, where we're gonna do, of course, a dance and come back and go do a goddess dance right there over the top, or wherever the case may be, for where we shall dance maybe atop. So the DRT theory, I'm not going to show the picture, I'm just going to discuss it. So the DRT theory stands for debt refusion theory, and of course it also includes monetary integration theory. Basically, monetary integration is exactly what has been done in the European Union, exactly what has been done in the European Union, as the Germans got rid of the Deutsche Mark and they implemented the euros, the French got rid of the franc and they implemented the euros, the Italians got rid of the lira and they implemented the euro, and many countries across the European Union, and the European Union did, of course, what's called monetary integration. So basically they connected and they decided to have one sole currency instead of the multiple. So my DRT theory contains the debt refusion theory, and the debt refusion theory stands for DRT, debt refusion theory, for and across the collective North American civilization to save us from where we are now financially. So I'm now going to explain it a little bit, I'm going to discuss it, and of course keep in mind that it contains the debt refusion theory, contains the monetary integration fusion theory, and I believe it is the only option now where we are economically, financially, and myself included, $10,500 in debt, but open for business 24/7. And my DRT theory, of course, includes the monetary integration theory. So, since we have unprecedented levels of debt, of course, to serve the interest, now for the debt is, of course, to serve the interest now for the debt. It has doubled since 2020-2021 season. Of course, it was, I'm going to show actually that picture. So this was the debt servicing, which debt servicing in other words means the interest paid. So it more than doubled in 3 years. More than doubled in 3 years, and I got proof, and that's official statistics here. I'm not talking to top, just making things up, but this is like when I say I'm $10,500 in debt, I am, and I gotta congratulate a little bit Tiff Macklin from the Bank of Canada for now raising the rates, because I pay the most interest I ever paid on my personal debt. So I pay the most interest I paid on my personal debt. I paid the most interest that I paid in my personal debt. But although I am financially stressed, I gotta admit, I am financially stressed. I will admit that I am financially stressed, but besides that, I'm getting fitter and fitter every day and every week, and I'm grateful. I got the best rock and roll songs, and I got the DRT theory, which I believe is the only solution. With all my heart, with all my soul, with all the imperfections that I do have, flaws and vices and mischief characteristics, and I don't make much pretense. I admit my faults sometimes. Those aspects, many aspects, when we discuss geopolitics, and when I work out, train, exercise, you can say that that's super intense focus. That's what it is. But that's our thing as an aspect. So part of it is the curse of Asperger's. The curse of Asperger's. I'll be a blessing. Is that I was able to study a little bit outside of the box and make this theory and present to you this theory, which is called the DRT theory, right? Which is the only solution now to what's happening around the world. So the only solution to what's happening now financially in terms of the debt, the public and the private debt, which is happening now, is the only solution, the DRT theory. So I'm going to show you a little bit of the this where we are financially. Right, here we are. Yeah, there you go. In 2020, 2021, 2020, 2021, it was 20.3 to service the debt. So this is serious, this is serious, this is serious. So 2020, and this is from the CBC, 2020, 2021 was 20.3 billion. So a billion is 1,000 million, a billion is 1,000 million, a billion is 1,000 million. So 2020, 2021, it was 20.3 billion. 1 billion is 1,000 million. 1 billion has 9 zeros. As you look at this beauty, how many trees are here? There are maybe not a billion, but it's possible that it's in the millions. But anyways, so that was just to pay the debt, what's called officially debt servicing, right? So it was 2020, 2021. So it's 20.3 billion. And in 2023, 2024, it went from 20.3 to 46.5. So 20.3 double would have been 40.6. It's 40.6 double 20.3 times 2, that's 40.6. But it's 46.5 this year. This budget, 2023, 2024, 2023, 2024. Here are the numbers. See? There are the numbers. There are the numbers. So my brothers and sisters, there's no way but my DRT theory to implement it. So take all, and keep in mind again that my theory contains what's called monetary integration, just like the European Union did. So my theory, take all public and private debt. My debt, 10,500. Your debt, our debt, all Canada, United States, Mexico, Haiti, Cuba, and the Dominican Republic, across North American countries. And since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice in international finance, global trade, and world commerce, do a refusion, because the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for world trade, international commerce, and world affairs. And of course, since the United States dollar is still the currency of choice for international finance, world trade, and global commerce, and of course, that currency is going to be a new currency. So we're going to do DRT, debt refusion theory, my theory, put into practice, which is the solution. So take all private and public debt, take all public and private debt, take all public and private debt, right? Refuse it, all that number, and do the conversion. All the Canadian debt, public and private, is going to be in the millions, in the trillions. All the debt. Canada, Mexico is in the pesos, right? In Mexico they have the pesos, and of course Cuba has the gourd, right? Cuba has the gourd, Cuba has the la gorda. Haiti, Haiti, and the Dominican Republic, and take all the debt, and of course all the debt, that's gonna be converted into United States dollars, and of course make what I call a refusion. That refusion to you. So do the conversion, and make a refusion, right? Make a refusion. Look at this beautiful tree. Wow. That's beautiful. Wow. Look at this. Wow, look at that, man. Wow. That's amazing. Anyways, so take all public and private debt, refuse it, and create, of course, so do the conversion to US dollars. All the Canadian debt, public and private debt, converted to United States dollar. Mexican debt, all the public and private debt of Mexico, converted to US dollar. Or the public and private debt of Haiti, converted to US dollar. Or the debt of, what is the other one? The debt of Haiti and Jamaica. Do the conversion, right? Converted into United States dollars. So that will be the initial money supply for this new central bank, and of course North American integrated central bank, or North American World Bank, right? All of it. So all the debt, public and private, do the conversion, and with this money, finance the initial bank, a new central global bank and global financial institutions, right? All of it. So take it all and do the conversion, the public-private conversion, right? Of all the public and the private debt, the public and the private debt, the public and the private debt, and the public and the private debt converted, and do of course the public and the private partnership for a new global central bank to issue what I call the universal exchange, and preferably by biometrics, the hand, the voice, or unique biometric identifiers, and so issue a new currency, a new currency, a new currency, a new currency. That will be the universal exchange, and will be based on the United States dollar, which will be based on the United States dollar. So take all private and public debt, refuse it, create put the DRT theory, create the UE, the Universal Exchange Unit, and create what I call, of course, the Universal Exchange, which will be based on the United States dollar. On the United States dollar, right? On the United States dollar. The United States dollar. And that will be the solution. The DRT put into practice, that will be the solution to the current crisis where we are, and which, of course, we are facing now, the crisis, unprecedented financial potential for catastrophe. So the DRT is the only solution to what's happening now. So implement the DRT, and then without money, all the debt, public and private debt of North American countries, implement what I call, of course, the public-private partnership of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, and of course the Global Dragon Union. And of course create two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, the Dragon Kingdom and the Dancing Goddess Army. The Dancing Goddess Army and the Dragon Kingdom, you know. All the public-private partnership for the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. For the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. And create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom. So, create the new central bank to issue new currency, calling it, of course, the UE. Stands for Universal Exchange Unit. Universal Exchange Unit, the UE. Based on the US dollar, and then all the money of all the debt will finance and be the initial money supply of this new financial institution. All the debt, public and private, converted into US dollars, and then set all the prices fixed. So we fight inflation, standardize all prices, all the price of bread, bacon, cheese, whatever you have, standardize it, and of course make it the public-private partnership to issue the Universal Exchange Unit, and of course a public-private partnership for the creation of the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, for the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Kingdom, of course, right here on the mountain. Y'all want some rock and roll?
Yeah, it's quite slippery.
Take care, man. Rock and roll. Some rock and roll. Dressed in red, the dragons, man. Dressed in red, the dragons. Dressed in red, the dragons. So, anyways, do that, and of course, create what I call the Universal Exchange Unit, and of course, the public-private partnership, the Dragon Army, the Dragon Army, the Dragon Army, the Dragon Army, the Dragon Army. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army. The Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army. For a public-private partnership, the Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army. The DGA, Dancing Goddess and the Dragon Army. That DGA and the Dragon Army. So, public-private partnership, covenant institutions. Create the UE, Universal Exchange Unit. And it is that 3 o'clock now. We're gonna go to the, because we come back and do that dance. And we're going to switch to that French. But, so once again, the DRT, take all public and private debt, refuse it, and all the debt of Canada, all the debt of Mexico, all the debt of Haiti, Jamaica, Cuba, turn it into, do the conversion to US dollars, because the United States dollar is still the currency of choice. All the number will finance the initial money supply of this new central bank, global central bank with the Bank of International Settlements, BIS, Switzerland. It can be done, Euro to get a joint, and create the UE. Universal Exchange Unit based on the US dollar, and standardize all prices. So freeze all prices and standardize all prices, freeze them. In other words, of course, so that we can see and fight inflation, fight inflation, and of course, to establish and create the two complementary covenant and cooperative institutions, the Dancing Goddess Army and the Dragon Army, officially North American Integree Citizen Dance League for purpose and the environment for pleasure, and the Dragon Army for the North American Citizen Integrated Security and Service Force, Citizen Integrated Security and Service Force, Citizen Integrated Security and Service Force, for defense, security and service, coast to coast, North American Collective Civilization. Let's go, Dragon NORAD, Dragon NORAD, Dragon NORAD, coast to coast, Coast to coast, coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast, coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast. Coast to coast. Ocean to ocean, coast to coast, the empire, the kingdom, dancing goddess, and the dragon kingdom, which I'm laying the foundation first and foremost with 718 trillions of kisses for the North American Democratic Republican Union, for the Collective North American Civilisation, support the DRT, the debt refusion theory, that DRT, debt refusion theory, and its implementation across the Collective North American Civilisation. We're gonna go and do the dance and do the march. We're gonna switch it to the French because we liable province. But first and foremost, again, I encourage you all to work out, train, exercise. Working out, training, and exercising has been, is, and will be my medicine and therapy of choice. And thank you to that truck and that worker, public workers, because I see it passed earlier today and it put a lot of black little stones and white salt, white salt and black stones right here. And it works because I am not slippery and I'm not slipping. And it works because it's not slippery and I'm not slipping. Because it works and I'm not slipping and it's not slippery. It's not slippery and I'm not slipping. So it kind of works. I gotta say, it kind of works right here. So thank you to the public works who made an effort, of course, today and put all the little black stones, so that yours truly drives safe. You see, somebody passed with the machine and they put some black stones and it works. So thank you, appreciate it, because this is public. Though this is my second home, I always love to come here and I love to see people coming here, having fun and holding hands and sliding and admiring nature, and of course not polluting, not throwing the garbage in the forest roundabout, and recycling if it needs to be recycling the can, right? Anyways, do your part, do my part. It's like my second home and I love coming here, and it's always joy for me to come here and to get that drill, and I always love this, like my second home once again. So we're gonna switch to that French again. Thank you, farmers, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, rock and roll for you. Today for the forgotten goddess, rock and roll first and foremost for the forgotten goddess, first and foremost for the forgotten goddess. My anonymous sister friend, my anonymous sister friend, my anonymous sister friend. All those involved in the production and the distribution of food production, and the distribution of food production, and the distribution of food production, and the distribution of food production and the distribution of food right here on Mount Royal atop. Thank you, butchers, bakers, nurses, doctors, greatest woman I know deserves to be 7 times richer than Oprah and 7 times all the 7 Kardashian sisters put together. And I know sister friend deserves to be, I said, 7 times richer than Oprah, 7 times all the Kardashians put together. My anonymous sister friend deserves to be 7 times richer than Oprah, all the 7 Kardashians times 7 put together, and 7 times time Oprah. My sister friend, French, and we not brain province. Et voilà, on est dans la belle province, bienvenue. Aujourd'hui à cette marche, décablacée votre dragon arc-en-ciel, l'aspire artiste athlète indépendant vous chante pour la déesse, la mère nature du rock-and-roll. Merci les travailleurs publics, les infirmières et infirmières, pour la déesse. Un mystique, je suis un mystique, même Aspire avec Asperger's double A. Aspi avec Asperger's. Aspi, j'allais dire, j'ai l'Asperger's, puis avec amnésie. AA, double A, puis artiste athlète, un autre double A parallèlement, en parallèle. Aspi, j'ai l'Asperger's, puis l'amnésie, puis je suis un artiste athlète, philosophe, artiste indépendant, analyste en géopolitique. Et qui fonde l'Empire aujourd'hui, c'est jour de la pleine lune. C'est la pleine lune que je fonde. Je suis en train de fonder l'Empire pour l'Union de l'Amérique du Nord. Pour l'Union de l'Amérique du Nord. L'Empire de l'Amérique du Nord, la République démocratique, on s'unit Québec et cause de côte à côte avec les Canadiens. Puis, regardez ces belles arbres pour l'Amérique du Nord. Faut que je prenne bien en photo parce que c'est vraiment beau. Puis aujourd'hui, ça glisse, faites attention. Parce que ça glisse. C'est glissant, ça glisse. C'est glissant, voyons. Mais je remercie les travailleurs publics qui ont mis de la terre noire pour que ça glisse moins. Pour que ça glisse moins. Ici, c'est comme ma deuxième maison chez nous. Le Mont-Royal, et je vous encourage, je fais un petit rappel que votre conditionnement physique commence dès aujourd'hui. Maintenant, ça commence aujourd'hui avec une marche, avec des étirements, avec les vidéos du dragon, personne ne regarde, mais c'est pas grave. On continue, on persiste, puis ça fait déjà un couple d'années que je m'entraîne, puis je envoie du rock&roll aujourd'hui, là, le pleine lune. Pour les infirmiers, les camionneurs, les travailleurs publics et les services, les pompiers, les ambulanciers, plus ceux qui font de la cuisine, les cuisiniers dans la cuisine de sa cuisine, puis les fermiers dans les camions, les camionneurs, les travailleurs, en service public et tous ceux qui travaillent dans la construction, à bas de câble d'acier, ça monte sur les grues, ça monte sur les grues, ça monte sur les grues, puis ça met des bottes à câble d'acier puis du ciment, puis ça construit avec des bottes de câble d'acier puis du ciment jusqu'en haut, puis l'Hydro-Québec et les centrales, wow, c'est grâce que je fais mon travail avec ce ordinateur portable. Mon travail en tant qu'artiste, athlète indépendant, philosophe et mystique. Un aspi qui a l'amnésie, puis est un artiste athlète, puis qui a survécu la COVID. J'ai survécu la COVID, ça va faire bientôt 4 ans en février. Je vais célébrer la victoire d'avoir plus la COVID, la victoire d'avoir plus la COVID, la victoire d'avoir plus la COVID, d'avoir plus la COVID. J'étais comme la maladie, la mort, la pestilence, c'était comme la maladie. La mort puis la pestilence, c'était comme la maladie, la pestilence puis la mort, puis je suis mort de la COVID sur l'île de Montréal, puis j'étais en train de renaître, puis j'étais en train de renaître sur l'île de Montréal pour notre renaissance aussi. Puis je vous invite avec la danse, puis du rock'n'roll, puis l'hygiène en public, s'il vous plaît. Augmenter l'hygiène en public, et puis c'est important pour moi, vous savez, la gratitude. La gratitude d'aujourd'hui, de votre dragon arc-en-ciel, philosophe artiste indépendant qui marche puis qui danse le plus avec du rock'n'roll de la belle province puis de là dans le monde. À part un inconnu qui vivait entre 1900, qui était né en 1904, en mars, puis qui a vécu jusqu'à peu près 1940. 9 à peu près, puis lui, elle en fait plus que moi. Mais en tout cas, l'inconnu qui est fort proche de Saint-Damien, puis c'est Andrien. Puis aujourd'hui, je exprime ma gratitude, mon loyer est payé. J'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité. Ayant payé mon loyer puis ma facture d'électricité, j'ai du café puis du thé puis ben du rock'n'roll, ouvert pour les affaires 24/24. Votre artiste, athlète, indépendant, philosophe, aspire, qui a l'amnésie rétrograde, la rare amnésie rétrograde, ça s'appelle ma condition, avec l'Asperger's, puis m'en souviens avoir déménagé une meilleure place, avoir vécu la COVID, survécu la COVID, puis ayant sorti de la dépression, en dépression puis être suicidaire. En dépression, voilà 6 ans, j'ai sorti de la dépression quand j'ai traversé le Canada côte à côte. J'ai tellement de choses pour vivre que je dois faire, écrire des livres d'enfants, faire du rock'n'roll puis des marches, puis visiter bien des villes puis bien de places en Amérique du Nord que j'ai pas visitées. Puis je suis sorti de la dépression, j'ai commencé à m'entraîner puis j'ai écrit bien des poèmes. Faites des idées puis j'ai des idées de cinéma, blablabla. En marche, merci les fermiers, les camionneurs, les travailleurs du Québec, les pompiers, les infirmières, les enseignantes qui sont en train peut-être de conjuguer avec le Becherel. Peut-être, peut-être pas, peut-être plus. Peut-être ils vont conjuguer maintenant. Le verbe amour, important, nettoyage, entraînement physique, gratitude. Pas vraiment un verbe, la gratitude, mais bon, on pourrait en faire un gratis, gratuit. On s'entraîne, je m'entraîne. J'aime, vous aime, on s'aime, on danse, je danse, vous dansez, nous danserons. Attendez pas demain, c'est aujourd'hui que votre entraînement physique et conditionnement physique commence. Et donc, et je vous encourage. Prenez soin et on retourne pour faire de la danse. On va faire de la danse qu'on n'a jamais fait avant, la danse pour la pleine lune. Ça va être une danse vis-à-vis. On va voir si on peut faire la danse là-bas, la danse de la déesse. Si on peut la déesse. Encore une fois, la gratitude. Mon loyer est payé. Je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement physique. Ça commence dès aujourd'hui si vous venez ici, mais ne pas polluer, s'il vous plaît. Please do not pollute if you come here. Rock&Roll 24/7, l'amour 24/24. Je vous encourage à l'entraînement physique. Et donnez à la charité si vous êtes millionnaire, milliardaire. Et on a soutenu l'implémentation de ma théorie de la réfusion de la dette parce qu'il n'y a pas d'autre solution que ma théorie que j'ai discutée avant, puis je viens de discuter en anglais, puis c'est une théorie que j'ai créée dans ces dernières années, puis j'avais écrit, puis là je discute, ça fait des années que je discute, mais là on est rendu au point qu'il n'y a pas d'autre solution avec la dette publique, qu'on est rendu, puis ben du monde en dette privée aussi, là, que c'est pas la solution que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Il n'y a pas d'autre théorie que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. Il n'y a pas d'autre théorie que la théorie de la refusion de la dette. C'est la théorie de la refusion de la dette, public-privé, parce que vous avez vu que c'est rendu qu'on paye l'intérêt, ça a doublé l'intérêt sur la dette. Hein? C'est 2020, 2021, c'était 20,3 milliards. 1 milliard, c'est 1000 millions, c'est à 9 zéros. Puis c'est rendu à 46,5. Donc ça a plus que doublé. Hein? Ça a plus que doublé. Il n'y a pas d'autre solution que ma théorie, mes chers. Et regarde, il faut que je regarde s'il y a des skieurs qui se font du ski. Parce qu'il faut que je les respecte quand je viens. Si je viens pour faire de la danse ici. Et encore une fois, je vous encourage à faire l'entraînement. Soutenez l'implémentation de ma trinité de théorie du dragon arc-en-ciel pour soutenir le rêve du dragon et la déesse qui dansent. L'empire que je fonde avec des bisous en premier, des câlins après, puis des bisous, puis des câlins, puis des chatouilles, puis ben du rock&roll. Et je vous encourage à faire de l'entraînement physique. L'entraînement physique est dans ma médecine et thérapie de choix, puis on va voir si on peut faire un petit peu de danse ici. J'aimerais que ça remplace ça ici par une déesse avec sur un lion avec un serpent, puis 12 enfants alentour, un enfant, 2 enfants blancs, 2 enfants noirs, puis 7 enfants arc-en-ciel. Vous voyez ça ici, ça fait quelque chose en arc-en-ciel de couleur, puis j'aimerais ça faire un bon placement ici, comme une femme sur un lion, puis ça soit sur un lion, puis avec un serpent, puis 12 enfants, 2 noirs, 2 blancs, de l'arc-en-ciel ici en entour à la place du crucifix pour le royaume de la déesse et du dragon qui danse, qui marque la renaissance de l'Amérique du Nord, du Collectif et de l'Union de la République démocratique, l'empire du dragon et la déesse qui danse, soutenez le rêve, le royaume avec des bisous. En premier, des bisous, des câlins, puis du rock'n'roll. Puis ici, j'aimerais savoir à la place une femme avec sur un lion qui danse avec un serpent. Et qui danse comme avec un serpent, puis avec des 12 enfants, 4 2 noirs, 2 blancs, et les autres en arc-en-ciel. J'aimerais savoir ici. Ici, bien sûr, la danse. Ça serait une danse, puis on va faire une danse ici. Pour la déesse aujourd'hui, la pleine lune, oui, on va faire la danse, mes chers. We're gonna dance, dance, dance. On va faire la danse ici aujourd'hui. We're gonna dance, on va faire la danse. Encore une fois, la gratitude. Mon loyer payé, j'ai payé mon loyer, j'ai payé ma facture d'électricité, puis pour la déesse, la marche sur le Mont-Royal. Je vous invite tous et toutes à commencer votre entraînement physique, à vous faire des étirements, à faire des étirements, puis bien sûr à faire de l'exercice physique. Ce qui a été sera ma médecine et thérapie de choix. Soutenez votre philosophe, artiste, athlète indépendant qui fait appel pour un partenariat public-privé, pour le royaume du dragon et la déesse qui danse pour l'Amérique du Nord, et pour l'environnement, et pour d'autres choses que j'aimerais voir avec vous, que je vous encourage à faire de l'entraînement physique, puis à bien sûr, prenez soin en l'hygiène en public sans gêne l'hygiène, s'il vous plaît. Puis merci les infirmiers, merci les boulangers, merci les boulangers, les infirmiers, puis les infirmières, puis les travailleurs en sécurité publique, puis tous ceux qui travaillent dans l'Hydro-Québec, pour l'Hydro-Québec, puis les infirmiers, les boulangers dans les charcuteries, les charcutiers. Un gros merci de remerciements, je rock&roll. 24 sur 24 pour vous, mes chers, ici, votre philosophe artiste indépendant. Oh, la belle province de la Renaissance de moi-même, célébrant bientôt 4 ans que j'ai survécu de la COVID. Ça va faire bientôt 4 ans que j'ai survécu la COVID. Ça va faire bientôt 4 ans de moi-même avoir survécu la COVID. Donc, amour et santé, la Renaissance, s'il vous plaît, love and health and Renaissance rock and roll 24/7, and we are going to rock and roll and rock and roll and rock and roll and rock and roll and rock and roll. Dragon, arc-en-ciel, rainbow, dragon here. We're gonna do the dance now. Do the dance. This was the little march intro, and we're now gonna do that dance. La danse. Mon sport préféré. Dancing is my favorite sport.